Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and sticking to URC, utility, regulation, and corridors, I'm going to bring into focus in today's video. First up, utility. So the Japanese media is covering big time that SBI Holdings announced using XRP will be considered as part of the shareholder benefit program for all shareholders of the SBI Group. It would be distributed in fiscal year ending 2019, which for Japan, the business year ends in March 2020. It's a little bit different than the West. Last August, it was tested with just one of the holding companies, Morningstar, and they are under the SBI umbrella, and it was a great success for the adoption of opening virtual currency accounts on the SBI VC trade site. So it is a really genius way to spread XRP holders throughout Asia. XRP's utility is being used as the same or equivalency to the value of the fiat Japanese yen. Amazing, huh? March ending 2020, the board has determined that they are going to pay out double this year, 20 yen per share as opposed to 10 yen last year. And the actual payouts for the previous fiscal year were 4,725 yen. And I know probably many of you have seen this particular 45-second clip. It is really, really something to behold. I'm going to play it because if you missed it, it is something you don't want to miss. And if you've seen it already, yeah, enjoy, because I know you're going to just revel in what this Republican from Arkansas has to say. So here, let's just listen to 45 seconds, and then I'm going to take you to something else that he said that you probably missed on Yahoo Finance just 3 days ago.
We have Visa Debit, we have MasterCard, we have SWIFT, FedWire, the ACH system, all true, all have private sector participation in them and government participation. But this idea that there's a new rail created that's a blockchain rail that both bank and non-banks can participate in to settle transactions through a token, it's coming our way faster than we like, perhaps faster than the 5-year time frame you outlined. So I do think it's an important issue for the FSOC to continue to consider, and also to have Treasury's view on, independent of what your agent over at the Federal Reserve thinks as you implement Article 1's power on currency.
Okay, so pretty outstanding statement. This is what he said 3 days prior, and you can see that this is talking about in his own view about blockchain. Okay, listen to this.
That blockchain and digital currency is a part of our future, both in financial services and in the broader commercial market. And I would like to see in the future the dollar have its own token and blockchain method of payments. And that would not mean that people couldn't innovate in private ways to conduct those payments, but they would be in the dollar and not in something like Libra that's been proposed by Facebook.
Wow. Okay, so this is all about the advancement of regulation and the digital asset used in payments. It's happening, everybody. It is really happening. And in addition to that, we have a research report from the Deutsche Bank, just came out in the last 48 hours. This is from Anthony Chimowitz. He's the lead market researcher in London, once the vice president of BlackRock, the mega financial services group in New York, one of the largest asset managers with 6.8 trillion under management. And here you can see the adoption rate and regulation go hand in hand. Years since internet and Bitcoin have been public, the dark blue line is the number of internet users in the millions, and with the dotted line, it is the number of blockchain wallets that are online. So in 2030, there are expected to be 200 million wallets online, and right now, today, there is just 36 million. And I want to read this here, right here is really key. As we look to the decade ahead, it would not be surprising if a new and mainstream cryptocurrency were to unexpectedly emerge. Some countries and historically strong banking industries are trialing cryptocurrencies. Separately, cryptocurrencies may constitute the best tool for a digital war. The question is, which country will take advantage of being the first to obtain licenses and build alliances? As that occurs, the line between cryptocurrencies, financial institutions, and public and private sector may become blurred. And Mr. Kitao is the CEO of SBI Holdings. He is on his presentation tour in Japan for shareholders. It ends next Tuesday in the southern island of Kyushu on the 10th. And in his presentation, I want to show you this is what, 143 pages long, and there is in very bold red letters a prominent attention paid to the SBI Ripple Asia coverage, which is nearly 50% of the overall coverage of RippleNet, the network of Ripple. And so it is expected to be run by SBI Remit, securing the dominance of the international remittance market with using its partner MoneyGram, expecting to exceed 750 billion in yen, and using XRP for the on-demand liquidity. This will be done in collaboration with several banks in Southeast Asia. And you can see here with the ODL, I kind of messed up my my report here. So that ODL, well, we know that, gosh, my story got covered now in Japan from my video 2 days ago, and they are talking about how the CEO of FlashFX did confirm that the next ODL channel that he knew of is going to be in Japan. And if I look forward as to what is happening in Japan in terms of ODL, well, we've got this new relationship between SBI Remit in Japan with a bank that was actually, Mr. Kitao took some stake in this particular bank in Vietnam, and they are going to launch the first money transfer service between Japan and Vietnam, utilizing the distributed ledger technology by Ripple. So if I were to just look out in what I am seeing in the space that I follow very, very, very closely, I think that first corridor for Southeast Asia is going to be between Japan and Vietnam. I think you'll see that the booming Vietnamese economy is just one of the most attractive markets in the world, and this TP Bank, which the SBI Group has invested into and owns 19.9% share, has achieved a steady accumulation of loans and non-interest income as things such as settlement services, but actively utilizing the cutting-edge technologies. So the adoption of RippleNet will further differentiate the company from its competitors, and they will develop a remittance service that incorporates crypto assets in the future. So that is why, if you're going to ask me, this is the next ODL channel. Okay, I was doing just a little research on Vietnam because, well, it has great relationship and ties with Japan, and it's actually really inexpensive for Japanese to fly to Vietnam. So a lot of Japanese do go down as tourists. But I'm going to bring you something that's a little bit wackier for the fluff. These are the members of the Japanese government participating in a foldable disaster helmet drill last Tuesday. Now, it is kind of funny looking. The polygon-shaped helmet is part of an emergency kit that is used primarily for earthquakes, and it also includes provisions for 3 days. Now, it looks a little funny, but what I do want to say in all seriousness is that Japan is one of those countries that do try to take the steps to fully prepare for disasters. And my message to you is, if you are in an earthquake-prone country, to definitely get prepared. Okay, everybody. Yeah, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.